इतना सा फर्क है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में ये अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी ये एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा, ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Hello and good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on this webinar called Business Opportunity Over Chai. Business Opportunity Over Chai is a webinar series presented by the management of Franchise India every day at 12 o'clock in the afternoon with an aim to introduce you to a new business opportunity. Over the last 27 years, Franchise India has helped thousands of investors selecting the right franchise business for them. In today's webinar, we are excited to introduce you a sustainable wood veneer manufacturer brand called Turkiya Natural Veneers. Turkiya Natural Veneers is India's one of the most respected and sustainable wood veneer manufacturer with a legacy of almost 30 years in the industry. Known for its eco-friendly production, premium design, and precision craftsmanship, the brand blends natural aesthetics with modern technology to deliver decorative veneers solution for residential, commercial, and hospitality sectors. The brand is now going into the franchise business expansion with the like-minded franchisee across the India, and they have a focus on pan-India expansion. And to talk about the same, I'm joined with Vishal and Dharmenji, the co-founders of this brand, along with my colleague. Vimal Agarwal is the head of business East. Apurva is the brand manager. So before we talk more about the brand and business opportunity, I would like to inform everyone that in case if you would have any question, you please put it in the Q&A box, and I will take them up once the presentation is over. Now, I would request Dharmenji and Vishalji to let's start with a little bit of intro, and then we will move on to the presentation part.
Thank you, Bharatji, for the welcome. And I also welcome all the our participants as well as the Franchisee India team. Of course, we will have a detailed session in some time, but just to give you a brief, as nicely put up by Bharatji as well, we are more than 3 decades long company into manufacturing of wood veneers. We are a family-run business, so basically our initial founders, Hemal Bhai and Chintan Bhai, they are the guys who are into technical related domain, like they'll handle the factory, R&D and all those things. Myself and Dharmen Bhai, we are co-founders, and we are more into financial and commercial related domain. We've been doing our business pan India through our dealer and distributor network, and with recent lot of innovations, we did find an opportunity to go in depth with multiple own store or franchisee store model. And that's where we connected with our franchisee India team, and like from last 4 to 6 months, we've been preparing ourselves along with them. And now, we've started this marketing and all those aspects. Basically, so thank you all and welcome all. And now we'll have a brief discussion on our presentation, our deck, which my younger brother Dharmen Bhai will present to you all. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Uh, thank you, Bharatji, and thank you, Vishal bhai, for the brief introduction and some background of the company. So basically, let's start with some history and facts about Veneers. Uh, why Veneers? Why natural Veneers? Basically, Veneer Veneer came into existence because of some of the routines which were followed in traditional times. So the people used to make houses with the help of solid wood. They were using the trees, logs, and everything. They used to cut them, and they used to build their pillars and walls and everything. You name it, and it was made with the help of wood, like some cabinet also, so and everything. Okay, so there was a lot of usage of wood in those traditional days. I'm talking long back, right? So at that time, there was a need of change, and with the help of some technological improvements and upgradations, uh, people started making houses with the help of bricks and cement blocks and everything. But after using those material and not using wood, there was a missing factor of some warmth. Like, say for example, when we are around wood, right? When we are around wood and greenery and forestation, we breathe, we feel that the air or the warmth is much better. Okay, so there was a need of using those woods in the house, or or anywhere where the spaces were being built. Okay, so what happened was, earlier those logs and trees were getting used, and then they were replaced by cement and blocks and everything. So after a time, there was a technological upgradation again, and and people started making veneers. So what is veneer? Veneer is basically uh, an improvised version, sustainable version of using wood. So basically, veneer comes out of the natural tree only. Okay, but we are not using the actual tree. Okay, that's the beauty of using a veneer. That's the most sustainable way to use the wood and veneer in our environment. Okay, so basically, what happened was, from trees, people made some technological refinements, and they started slicing thin layers of wood. Okay, so veneers are nothing but basically a thin layer of wood, and they are converted in the form of panels. And those panels are used in the decorative places, which are used only in the interior, mainly in the interior. There are few products which are also used in exterior. We are not dealing with the exterior products, but we are into interior veneer related products only. So basically, this was the time when the birth of veneer happened. So there was a need of using the wood for the warmth and the the attractive grains and everything which the wood had. And also there was a need to use something related to wood which is much more sustainable than the solid woods and the logs. Okay, so this is the basic reason why veneer came into existence. Okay, and if we talk about us, basically we are a family run business. We are a family run business since 1992, and we are the first uh, scratch to end kind of manufacturer in India. Okay, even today there are not many companies who are following these this kind of production process. So what I mean by scratch to end, so basically we have a setup of making the veneer right from getting the logs from all over the world and making a decorative panel which can be directly supplied to a retail showroom, and they further supply to the consumer's place. Okay, so we basically are not dependent on anybody in the world except for importing those specific wood from respective countries. And that is also because we have to get those material from there only, because the specific kind of wood are grown in specific areas only. So since day one we have decided that we will be a self-dependent company. We will not compromise on any kind of qualities or any kind of services, because today people wants the right product in the right quality. Okay, right now there is a market full of different type of qualities, but we have since day one we have not compromised on our quality. Along with not compromising on quality, we have also kept the material as sustainable as possible. We have been introducing new and new innovations since the inception of our factory. There were some veneers called as smoked veneers. There were some veneers called as mix and match veneers. There were some veneers known as metallic veneers. There are n number of veneers, and we are proud to say that we have been the first to introduce all these kind of innovations in India. And not to forget, one pride which we take is we are the ones who innovated rough cut veneers. Okay, basically veneer, the hub of veneer is mainly happening in German countries. Okay, Germans are the one who has a technological advancement on a much higher scale. But rough cut veneers was the one for which we take pride, because we were the one who introduced that concept in the world, first time in the world, in the year 2009. That was the veneer which was actually copied by the German countries. Okay, yeah, so this is our excitement. This is our strength, that we want to make something which each and every person is not readily or it's not possible to make for everyone, because today technologically we are much advanced at our factory. Today we can provide whatever is named uh, related to veneer or wood in the market. Okay, so so basically, uh, we have been focusing these kind of parameters from the day of inception, that we want to be non-compromising on the quality. We want to be sustainable in the market. We want to provide a furniture look which gives one of a kind in a furniture. And these were our basic principles. Okay, so this is somewhat something about our company, our culture, our understanding. Okay. Now, when we talk about the veneers as a product, okay, for which we are gathered today, uh, traditionally we have been a hardcore company which is purely manufacturing varieties of natural veneers. Okay, natural veneers are itself some premium product. Okay, and they have their own limitations also. Okay, that is the main reason because of which there is a high involvement of architects and interior designers for the selections of these natural veneers. Okay, so basically we have two categories today. One category is the natural veneers, where people, the dealers, the showroom people, the retailers are are keeping the stock of our natural veneers. Why stock? Because they those are that is the product category which cannot be worked with the help of only sample sheets. They need to keep their stocks, they need to keep their ready services, they need to convince their architects and everything. Okay, because of the limitation of a natural product. Okay, and the second category, which we have been supplying in the market since last 3 to 4 years, is the category where we have innovated a lot of processes which helped us to convert these natural products which are having so many limitations. We have converted them into some standard kind of products in which the the factor of variation is least possible. Okay, these material can be commercially offered as a standard product. There will not be any kind of product limitation or some color variation or some grains variation. These will be as standard as possible, as standard as a normal product could be. Okay, so basically today when we talk to architect, they are seriously fascinated. Like they say, okay, natural material is available in a standard form. It is a very interesting concept, and we are very excited to use your product. This is the kind of response which we have got from our architects when we have discussed about n number of possibilities which we can make today. Okay, so so basically, what what category we are focusing today is this second category, where the franchisee model is possible. Okay, franchisee model will involve these sample sheets to be kept at the showroom, and there will be a team who will be visiting the architects. They will be inviting the architects, and the architects will be getting their customers to the showroom. That is the routine channel which will be followed when as soon as this franchisee is taken. Okay, so understanding what are the possibilities, where our material are getting offered are like some branded outlet where people are willing to keep the decorative products in their showroom, and they further showcase it to the architects, and they get their selections and approval done, and they that is the selling point of the retailer. Okay, then where these materials are normally used, these can be of course used in any kind of uh, interior spaces where they want something on a decorative side. It can be corporate, it can be hospitality, it can be institutional areas, it can be residential and commercial areas. So today the scope of using all of these materials are very high, because somewhere or the other you need to have a good covering in any kind of interior spaces, because everyone wants to keep their spaces as beautiful as possible. Okay, so what we understand is, by keeping this material, uh, already there are n number of materials in the market. Okay, but uh, because of the high usage of these kind of materials, because of some expansion in real estate, expansion in urbanization, expansion in people, in lot of spaces where people want to have multiple homes. Like for example, the nuclear family concept is growing day by day in India. So that is also a reason where these kind of products are used extensively. Then to after COVID, the rate of disposable income has gone high. Okay, the lifestyle has also changed, and also people are focusing on using some products which are really sustainable, which are really eco-friendly also. Like for example, if we talk about some 5-star or 7-star hotels, uh, the the architects and the contractors, they are really looking for some beautiful products to be used in their interior spaces. So there are n number of reasons where we understand that our market is is having a big scope today. And uh, we somehow we have to understand that there are these kind of multiple channels, like as I mentioned earlier, that each and everywhere today products are being used on an extensive basis, because people want a good environment. The workplace also needs to be having good feel around them. The management also likes to give to their employees to have a good environment where they are working. So these are they are some of the part where our products come into picture, where all these kind of materials are used, right? So basically, uh, what we will understand is, like, today when we are talking about multiple areas where we can provide our material to be used, it is not that we have only one or two different kind of varieties which can be used. There are multiple varieties in veneer market today, and that is the main reason why the veneer market in India is growing day by day. Okay, so if I talk about our product range, we don't have only one thing which is made from veneer, which we have made it in the standard format. No, there are around you can say 15 to 18 items which we have categorically made them differently in the form of standard product by using natural veneers. Okay, so the possibility of using natural veneers naturally goes wide. Okay, on one side, India's decorative market is growing uh, higher and higher, as we can see on the screen, that these are some of the basic figures which we have understood, which we have been following. But the consumption has grown up, has gone high. But also one of the reason uh, for going this high is the variety which is being offered in the market by a lot of players right now in India, in Indian veneer market. Okay, so basically, if we talk about uh, what kind of materials are available in the market. There are a lot of material available in the market. Okay, there are a lot of there is we don't say that we don't have any competition, but we understand that since last 3 decades, more than 3 decades, we are the ones who have pioneered the manufacturing of this product category. The quality which we are giving, we are sure that nobody else is giving. The service which we are giving, we are sure that nobody else is giving. The kind of range which we are giving, we are more than sure nobody is giving. Also, there is a part of customization. The customization is a big factor today with regards to architects and contractors. Even they are looking for some or the other customization. So we are absolutely ready for that kind of that kind of category also. Okay, so when we talk about how feasible, how what kind of competitive edge we have in the market, so I will give, I just gave you all the reasons that what we are doing, nobody else is doing right now in Indian market. Okay, so this is mainly about what we feel like product range. uh, we are really proud that today we have been able to achieve these kind of varieties in our product range. And these product range does not stop here. These will be getting multiplied over coming years, but we need them to get showcased in the right way in your respective locations. Okay, because today people are working with n number of material in the same retail counter. So what happens is, the material which we are making, those material are really worthwhile, but those material are not getting justice as compared to lot of material which are being supplied to the market. Okay, so this is our basic reason why going into a franchisee model, because today we are really equipped, and we are having that kind of range, that kind of material, with which one can have a strong business model. And there we have a lot of things to offer to the market. Okay, this was mainly about the product and our company and our thinking and our principles and culture. And further we'll understand the some of the requirements of, like, what could be the ideal partner profile, what kind of profile which will be more suitable to offer our material in the market. So that can be, say, if you are already in the retail market with some decorative products offering to the architects, some individuals who are having a very decent connection with VIPs in the market. There are some of the people who own some properties and having good space for showroom and everything. Then some of them must be having some experience in furniture making also. And there are also some people who are themselves are architects and designers. They want to start some these kind of exclusive studio showrooms to offer to the customers, and they are already having their own customer base in their market. So these are some of the basic partner profile, which we can understand that if you are having these kind of factors attached with you, you are already having a benefit. You are already few steps ahead of others in the market. Okay, so these are the type of profile which we are actually looking in the market. And uh, when we talk about what kind of support will be given to our partners, okay, franchisee partners. So before getting into the franchisee model, we will have a thorough discussion of how the product is, what are the possibilities of using this product, what could be the questions, what will be the doubts of the customer, what could be the uh, right space which we will have to allot to this kind of franchisee model, what kind of marketing will be required, what kind of operational processes will be required. So before starting with the franchisee, we will definitely discuss these kind of factors. And after starting the franchisee, it is not that our job is over. Okay, so after starting the franchisee, there will be a regular updates, regular discussions happening between both of us. Also we will be trying to improvise on supply chain and inventory management as much as possible. Also we are very much strongly available on digital platform also today. So we will try that you take the benefit of those digital material as much as possible. And of course the customer service, okay, all those factors, these things will happen day by day. As you start with the work, you yourself will be getting some doubts, and of course we will be available for you all the time. Because uh, once you start the franchise, it's not that uh, it's not that it's only your lookout. No, it is our lookout. We will be discussing, we will be trying, we will be giving some or the other inputs, or taking some of the other inputs from your end, and have a positive outcome to work and go ahead, right? So this is an overall understanding of working of a module. The selling point, the pricing point, and everything will be of course discussed on a later later period. But uh, I think next we will look after some of the figures which we will have to understand if we really are keen to plan on this kind of franchisee, like what kind of space we require, what kind of investment will be required, and related things. And so those part will be taken by my brother Vishal Bhai. And Vishal Bhai, you can take it ahead.
Thank you, Dharmen bhai, and thank you once again all for have a patient hearing. And I see few questions also coming in. So just to add on few of the points what Dharmen bhai said, yeah, Veneer as a market is growing market. Like a few of the questions, what I read, like just to give our attendees a little bit of brief in the sense is that the home decorative market is growing like due to a lot of factors. One is that like earlier there was a notion or there was a usage of this type of materials only in metro or A town cities, but now that has gone down to different towns, B tier cities, and at a lot of geographies pan India, with architectural and interior colleges and knowledge spreading out at every place and lot of projects coming up. So this type of decorative items have got their awareness, their space in people's home and offices as well. Overall, if we see technically decorative market say 100 rupees, so usually laminates or sanmaika, which is very well known to the people around, it has a share of around 70-75 rupees, quite a big share. Veneer would be having a share of say 5 to 7 rupees, and so that's where we see that Veneer has a lot of opportunity to further go inside everybody's home and all those like for usability it has a big market. Initially when we had started say somewhere around 1990s, and thereafter I could say very confidently there were only few factories around India into veneers. But in the last 5-10 years, lot of counters, like when I say counters are retail stores selling veneers, as well as lot of factories coming up. So basically, everybody has their own marketing aspects, everybody has their own selling points and the way of selling it. We going into this French or thinking to go into the franchising model is one of the reasons that recently have added a lot of ranges wherein we can market it into standard related products. This I will also try to cover one of the question of our colleague who has asked that isn't veneer have a tendency of having shade to shade or those variations? Yes, natural veneers do have that because it is natural. So basically, even a same veneer might have same different grains or different characters in another batch from the same log or the wood that the material is being sliced or made into decorative panels. You will find different shades, different characters. But that's where our recent ranges, which we have introduced, which are purely color based or design based, of course, they are made out of veneers, but we have tried to standardize it. And that is where we got this confidence that we can even now, opt out for this showroom or our own brand stores, wherein they are in a position to display it and sell it. So that is where Dharmin Bhai had initially said that we have plans to showcase or display our we have to showcase and display our standard products with multiple ranges wherein we are promoting say designs or say shades, and basically that would be uniform all across the orders that are coming. So I think I've tried to give you guys a little bit of input as well as cover that. Question that I was able to see was that whether it is made from trees or it is a natural product. Yes, veneer is a natural product. Round double, as initially mentioned, that wood, like say USA has certain type of woods grown in that country. Europe has certain type of woods grown over there. African markets have certain type of woods grown over there. So basically their colors, their shades, their characters would differ. So those are the veneer as such are natural. It is from the wood itself. Specifications or quality are technical aspects need to be seen. Like not every would be a wood which can give veneers. Of course, it has certain parameters wherein it covers that. When we import it, of course, their government or their law has certain notifications that if after this many years the wood has gone dry and all those things, so that everything is taken care of. But we need to understand it is a natural thing, and it has like it is a life cycle or the growing cycle. It does take time, and that's where the value or the grain is. So as compared to sunmica or a laminate, which is a artificial product, whereas on the paper it is just printed. Veneers are a natural product, and it is where it is. In the recent times, you guys might have heard things like reconstituted veneers or recon veneers. So basically, a new type of technology has come in wherein the veneer is the base, but based on that, certain type of technology is used wherein it will give similar type of shades and those aspects. So these are the few points I thought I'll cover it. As regards to a brief of what we feel as our ideal franchisee partner, or what aspects that we would like, in the sense is that okay, veneer knowledge will of course be helpful, but even if it is not there, we are very sure that any person into a business of home improvements or something of that sort, this being a standard product, we are quite confident that any person with specification on a little bit of home improvements will be able to undertake this activity. And what we have also, based on our current status or current statistics, like we have tried to evaluate and apprehend along with our team that what could be the size of orders and size of values coming to a franchisee, which will help them to make them break even and even earn to the maximum possible extent. So see, currently we have envisaged that okay, around 20-25 orders a month with certain amount of values say around 15-17 lakh rupees of turnover, and then we are in a position to give around 25 to 30% of margins, which will cover their cost that they are spending. So this, of course, I am just briefing on a gross level or a bigger scale related things. But for us, it is our store. We feel the faster or the better way my store or my franchisee is able to get a good quality product and earn sufficiently, it will help me and them and my brand to penetrate better. So technically, along with the franchise India team, we've tried and work out on all those parameters. So say initial expense would be say around 30-35 lakh. I would not say as an expense, but investment, so a display and a little bit of those things. We felt that 1,000 to 1,500 square feet place would be ideal for us, for the display of the materials that we want to showcase initially. And thereafter, keeping a particular team for marketing, field marketing, and all those things. And so those expenses. And we at our head office level also want to have a good amount of digital marketing, a good amount of training imparted to the team, of course updated innovations which will help the showroom to market and have a better sales conversion. uh, See, currently what is happening is that our dealer network also has a good amount of sales with us, but basically they might be in different products. So multi products and multi things. So that's where we felt that if we have our own franchisee showroom with our own set of products, so the focus is clear that the person taking up the franchisee is basically on an aspect that they are promoting our goods and our materials to the architects or interior fraternity, and of course to the projects as well. Because in our trade, interiors and architects are the influencers. Usually the customer would rely on their expertise and knowledge to make this particular place. Like in the home improvements, you would see customers getting involved on the marble granite aspects and the veneer and the decorative aspect majorly, and wherein that's where the architect and the interior fraternities call and all those are also very well adhered to by the customer as such. So this I would feel that are the major points that we thought we will cover it up. And Bharatji, you want us to add anything more or something, please?
Yeah, no, thank you so much, sir. But yeah, keep this slide on this, on the screen right now. But by the time I request Vimal to take care of the questions, I would also like to, add what you basically said, that even if you could look into the, the market size and the growth opportunity, I think you really have a very good opportunity. Right now, as per the 2024 data, the overall decorative veneer market is considered to be as the 12 or 13,000 crore rupees, which is expected to reach by 2 billion and more, right? If you will look into these key drivers, key growth drivers, primarily like the urbanization and the housing. I mean, of course, in India, there is a retail estate boom in tier 1, 2, and 3 cities, which is pushing demand for premium wood finishes. Apart from that, rising disposable income, now consumers are willing to spend more on premium interiors, especially for the custom furnitures. And also, I mean, people now more, I would say people, I mean, earlier this trend was only in tier 1 cities, but now people in tier 2 and 3 cities are also very much well aware about the design awareness. They are now going for the architects, designers, and the homeowners. I mean, now going more into eco-sustainability and the finishing quality, right? People are now going for you know, in case if they look for something, then they of course look for one of the best product available in the market. Of course, this brand provides the best of the best quality product, right? With sustainable sourcing and FSC certified products. That is again the best part, right? So overall, in case if you look into this market, I think this really has a very good opportunity, especially in the residential and the commercial interior, sector. You will really have a very good opportunity in the retail expansion, right? Because India being one of the largest population, people are now having more home ownership. They are more going into renovation of their home. So I mean, lots of opportunities are there. I mean, this Turkey Natural Veneers being positioned strongly in the market. It has 30 plus years of experience, right? So brand credibility is already there, right? This brand has integrated manufacturer and the ecosystem certification all put together, right? They also offered a modern experience center formats, as you can see on the screen. I mean, in case if you would like to go for either of these two formats as a business franchise partner, you of course go for them. Support perspective, I think both the co-founders have already explained whatever support they will be, providing you all across throughout your journey with this brand. So, I mean, overall, if you look into this market in nutshell, very good opportunity, right? Very good brand, very good opportunity, well versed with the business, uh, excellent, amazing experience of 30 years. I mean, all if you will all put together, then you can go for this brand without any second thought. Now, I would request Vimal if you could just help us, and with all the questions.
Yeah. Vishalji, we have few questions from the participants. So, Mr. Milap was asking that is it standard veneer or decorative veneers are different, and if there is some price comparison between the standard veneer or a decorative veneer?
Yeah, so basically, going through that, see, it's a decorative veneer itself, and because when I say standard is lot of material into add value aspects based off veneers, like pre-finished veneers, flute veneers, textured veneers, marquetry veneers. So that's where we are looking at a thing. And as regards to pricing, yeah, this particular aspect I can touch upon is that the quality or the technical parameters we follow. So as I mentioned to you, in the recent years, lot of players have come into the market in terms of manufacturing, in terms of trading at the city or the tier 1, tier 2 levels. Like we mentioned that now a lot of showrooms, earlier a lot of showrooms were only dealing into timbers or plywood or laminates. But recently, a lot of people have also added selling veneers, and that is where they have a lot of manufacturing suppliers as well. So, in compared to other veneer manufacturers, I would say I am placed at a reasonable or at a higher level in the sense that based on my quality or the technical parameters and the innovation and the support that I provide, my prices are reasonable as compared to that. Now, technically, just to give a small comparison, that people might say like it's a natural product. So it's not here, I'm not on this platform saying I am only good and others are this or that, but I'm just trying to showcase my thing, that there, just on a offhand course, people might say that okay, Turakya has a cost as a price of say 100 rupees, and we might get material at say 70 rupees, 80 rupees, 90 rupees or whatsoever. But the quality, the technical parameters are different in all those things. Veneer has two or three major components of its cost. Basically, the veneer where it is imported, the veneer thickness, and the base ply that is used. So on all these three, four components that I have mentioned, we use the material which are the best available, and that's where my standing of 30 years is over there. A little bit of raw thing that, but I would like to state over here in this platform is that my primary founder, who is my uncle, when he had started this 35 years back, and when he handed over, I would not say handed over, but when he taught us to do this business, and we also initially were skeptical that this quality, this price, whether we'll be able to get from market, is only one thing, one advice to us was that beta, this material you have to sell as per the European or the things that is known worldwide as veneers. अगर सस्ता माल बेचना है तो there are lot of other products. It could be laminates, it could be thing, but you people have to sell as per the technical, like veneer thickness normally 0.5 mm के ऊपर ही उनका एक मतलब मैं या मेरे अंकल नहीं बोलते हैं, बट यूरोपियन स्टैंडर्ड वो प्रिस्क्राइब करता है। फिर जैसे प्लाईवुड का आपको बात किया तो प्लाईवुड वी यूज इंपोर्टेड एज वेल, इंपोर्टेड ओनली, सॉरी, वेर एज इधर काफी लोकल बेस पे भी मटेरियल बनता है। सो टेक्निकली ये सब पैरामीटर्स में ये देयर इज अ थिंग दैट ये सब क्वेश्चंस आएंगे और वो होगा, बट देन फ्रॉम 30 इयर्स हम तो अपने प्रोडक्ट, अपनी चीजों को अच्छे से मार्केट कर रहे हैं, बेच रहे हैं विद fair pricing as regards to the quality parameters or the technical things that we provide. Bimal ji?
Also
Yeah.
to add what Vishal bhai just explained, regular market has veneers right now available everywhere. Okay, our company is also manufacturing, other companies are also manufacturing. The product range which we are talking about right now, okay, that is on a higher value addition done on those natural veneers. Okay, so naturally the competitiveness will will not be compared to the regular veneers which are available in the market. Okay, so what we have seen in market right now is those regular natural veneers, the basic veneers on which the all the processes has to be done. Okay, how what we have done is we have added multiple processes on those natural veneers and made something standard. Okay, so those veneer, when those veneer are having say around 7 to 8 processes done on it, okay, that is the routine veneer which is available in the market. On those 7-8 processes we have added few more processes to be done on the surface by which the material has become standard. So it is but obvious that it will be having a value addition, and in turn it will have a higher pricing when compared to those natural routine veneers which are available in the market. Okay, so technically the natural veneers which are available in the market and the material which we are discussing about right now, both of them might not be compared. Okay, because that natural veneer category will definitely be applied in the interior space. Along with that, some of these material which we are discussing right now, these will also be applied, but the quantity might differ. Okay, the quantity might differ because the price range is on a higher side than the regular veneers which are available in the market. Okay, how much higher, that we will be going further when we want to discuss something in one-to-one. We will definitely have a better idea at that time. I hope we have been able to answer the question which was put up.
Correctly, yes. Yeah. The last question I have received one is, what is generally the thickness of this veneer? If you can elaborate.
See,
Yeah.
normally, see that I will give you a brief scenario. Today, if we talk about what is the benchmark thickness, what should be the benchmark thickness of the veneer, then the benchmark thickness is 0.5 mm minimum of that veneer surface. But today in India, there are multiple companies who want to sell some material on a cheaper basis also. So they are making in the thickness of 0.15, 0.18, 0.2, 0.25. These are the variety of thicknesses which are offered in the market, and people play the card of price. Okay, now what do I mean by saying this is, my material, for example, my material is in the range of 75 rupees per square feet, if at all. Okay, the same veneer might be available in the market in the price range of 55 rupees or 60 rupees per square feet also. That is mainly because of the thickness difference, mainly because of the backply difference, mainly because of the procurement difference. These are the factors on which the prices are compared. Okay, so basically the basic thickness which we follow is 0.5 bare minimum. Then we have veneers in the thickness of 1 mm also, 1.5, 2.5, 5 mm also, and we have made some custom products in the thickness of 25 mm also. So these are the possibilities. These are the possibilities where our thickness is getting different scopes. Okay, so basically market has a thickness of 0.15 to 0.25. It ranges from that thickness. We are only in 0.5 minimum. Okay.
And just to add to what Dharmen bhai said, whatever products that are going to be displayed at the franchisee, like say for example flutes. So flutes would start from 2.5 mm. It will go to 4 mm, 6 mm, 8 mm, and as he said, 25 mm. So basically, it would be add value products. And even if the veneer based products that are displayed at our store, I would say it would be everything would be above zero point 0.5 itself. So like a lot of ranges are there. Of course, when each range understanding is given, like a texture would be on a zero point 0.5, pre-finished material colored veneer would be on a 0 point 0.5, flutes would start from say around 2 mm, 4 mm, 6 mm, 8 mm. So a lot of varieties with lot of permutation combinations.
Yes, and just to add one point that again, okay, just to clarify it again, we are not discussing the natural veneer part, which are actually already existing in the market. We are talking about the standard materials which we have innovated in natural veneers. So somewhere you might have to see some of the PDFs separately, which if you want, we will forward it to you, that this category is the natural veneer which is regularly available, which for which we are not discussing it right now. We are discussing about the product which are standard products which we have made. We can give you those two separate folders in which you can understand, okay, what are we talking about right now.
Okay, great. I think most of the questions has been answered. I think Bharat, you can take over. Yeah.
All right, thanks so much. But still, I still believe that lots of questions may be there which can be discussed, with a deep dive, having a
Bharat
deep dive
bhai,
discussion.
sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, Bharat bhai, to interrupt you. I can see one question which is mentioned: natural veneers vary in shade from lot to lot. How to overcome that problem? Okay,
These are
has this
the chat
has
questions.
has this question been answered? I'm not sure about it.
Did we take all the questions from the chat, Vimal?
I think it was
Yeah,
earlier
yeah.
been
I
answered
took
by
it.
Vishalji.
I took
Okay.
Yeah,
it in
Yeah, yeah, it was
my
answered.
discussion.
Okay,
So Dharmen
okay,
bhai,
yeah,
that
yeah,
is covered. That
okay,
is
okay,
clear.
yeah.
okay.
Everything we have covered. Yeah.
So Bharat bhai can now, have a yeah.
Just a question, sir. In can someone upgrade from one format to other format? If I go for the base format, can I upgrade it to the next format?
See,
Maybe.
Bharat bhai, on those things I would like to mention, like because of the standard products that we have, and it showcasing. See, if we start with natural veneers as a product for say franchisee related aspect,
Mhm.
then our customer domain or our thing would only be with people who have knowledge on veneers, because veneer as such is a little bit of course everything is learnable in life, but it will take time. It has its own pluses, it has its own things which we need to understand. And that's where we thought of the aspect that we start with the standard product related things, wherein it is easier for my guy over there to get it done. Like he knows that this particular products has this many combinations, colors and everything. So technically they would be equipped in, I would say, couple of weeks to do their marketing and selling. And once they get confidence, of course, I am not here to say that, okay, I might not give veneers. I will give veneers, but it is a little bit of elaborate subject, wherein along with the time, my channel partner or my franchisee at the location will have a study and will have things to work around. Because natural veneers has its certain unique pluses, but it also has certain unique things to learn and challenges, I would say. So, of course, to summarize it in a short way, it can be done. But our initial thing is that our guy looks into the sales revenue aspect of this new ranges. And then once he gets comfortable, then if he says that, okay, I'm in a position to, do more investment, do more things, then why not? Of course, the factory is there, always there to, have the things.
So I can upgrade from the standard store to the experience center.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it Bharat bhai, it also has a stocking related things. So technically, why we felt we'll go with standard, because with minimal optimum things, even our franchisee partner is in a position to obtain the break even and the profits around 2 years, within 2 years or so. Because of course the revenue per se, they'll be in a position to start earning from 6-7 months or something of that sort, the initial investment and all those things. So technically veneer has, the natural veneer has a lot of stocking things, so it will, then the figures will inflate. So but we as a factory, we have no issues.
Okay, and all the installation will be done by your team, right? Or the
No,
franchisee
no,
will.
the Bharatji, guidance will be given, because see, technically, every location will have their own geographical things and everything. So will have a summarized things that will give you this many things in this many panel size of 8:4, 10:4, 4:2, 2:2. Now, whether it is a rectangle area or a square area, so every that aspect will have to be managed by the franchisee. Of course, we can give them guidance or the supports of our other thing, best practices we can share with them.
But
Okay.
to understand one thing is the application, the usage of the material is not a tricky one. That is just as using as a regular panel on the wall panel, or something on the plywood or something like that. So nothing is a new application process. Okay, but for guidance and everything, we can even have a word with the on floor carpenter also. No problem at all, but the usage is pretty much simple.
Right. All right, so I'm done with my question too. In case if anyone would like to get in touch with us for further deep dive discussion with the brand, of course you can connect with the number you can see on the screen right now, 9717683838, or you can also write to us at feedback@franchiseindia.in. That's how you can get in touch with us. In case if you would like to get connect, to the local partners that we have, then I think Bimal Agarwal, I would also request Bimal, if you could just share your number in the chat box, so that in case if anyone from eastern part of India would like to connect with you to have further discussion, they can connect to you directly. I would also request Harmandeep and to share your number right in the chat box. Right. So in case if anyone would like to get in touch with us, you please directly call us onto these numbers, right? And we can have a deep dive discussion about it, because I understand that you may have a lot of other questions which cannot be fixed within an hour, being on the webinar. So let's do that. And then, of course, you can, this is a great opportunity, by the way. You can be a part of this successful brand for last 30 years of experience, and you can be, the partner of their successful journey. So I think that's it for the day, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us, being with us for almost an hour, more than an hour now. And we will be waiting for your call. So that's it, everyone. Thanks so much for joining. Thanks so much, Naveen Bhai, Vishalji, for the detailed discussion. Excellent presentation about the brand and the business opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Bharat.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Bharat ji, and
Vishalji,
thank you all the attendees once again, and we'll be in touch. Thank you.